What's happening, y'all? And welcome back to another exciting episode of the Creatia Conversation. We talk creativity and media and all that nerd-ish. I'm your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined today by my co-hosts, Mara the motherfucking Shark Watkins. How you doing, Mara?
Hello, I'm doing all right.
Glad to hear it.
How are
Glad to
you?
hear it. I believe we have someone else here as well. Who is that?
We're joined by the patron saint of podcasting, the warden Matt Ritter, also the new dad.
I'm back.
Well, new dad for the second time.
Yeah, I was gonna
Double
say not
dad.
really a new dad. I'm
He's now double dad.
double D's.
We love him.
Hi guys, how have you
goes
been?
it?
Did you miss me last week?
What's that?
Said hi guys, how have you been? Did you miss me last week?
Oh, not even a little bit.
Lies.
A little bit, but I also kind of really missed Will, so it was a fair
I wasn't.
trade-off.
Were you on the show last week? Because all I've seen is clips of Travis and Will zoomed in on those two. I haven't even you're not even there in the clips. That was rude.
I'm there. My name was in one of the clips, but there's more clips coming, so
Good.
Yeah.
I was like, why is this the Travis and Will show? Where the fuck's my Mara at?
I was in the back somewhere.
Superman video? I was in the back.
Yeah.
I was in the back.
Anyway, what you kids been up to? What you been watching? What you been playing? All that good stuff.
I am all caught up on Invincible. I finished Harley Quinn and Daredevil.
So you are caught up on Daredevil.
Yeah, was the bank thing the last episode?
No, there were 2 episodes that came out this week, sir.
Then I'm not all caught up on Daredevil.
Fuck
I only watched
you.
one. Why would they drop 2 episodes? They've been dropping 1 episode. Why would they all of a sudden just drop another double? I watched.
You don't like
the
getting
1
2 episodes?
I like knowing that I'm getting 2 episodes.
Well, if you look at the shit, you'd have seen a second episode.
I just played the next episode.
Use your eyes,
I
man.
moved on.
God damn. What else you been watching? Shit. I don't know if I want to talk to you anymore.
What the fuck did we watch?
I don't know.
Oh, Temptation Island on Netflix. We finished the Netflix version of Temptation Island because it makes Kate and I feel more secure in our relationship to watch how shitty everyone else is on TV. Like, these very attractive people who can't hold their shit together, and that we just sit there and we make fun of them and we talk about how lucky we are to have each other, and it makes us stronger as we talk shit together.
Shitty people are shitty people, no matter how good looking they are.
I watched a movie called Werewolves with Frank Grillo. Was
What's
not
that
as good
about?
as I was about werewolves.
Oh, okay.
So.
No, so apparently it's a weird thing where it's after the first time werewolves showed up, but there's not a movie about the first time. So a year prior to the set of the movie, there was a supermoon, and everyone that went outside turned into werewolves, and now we're a year later and there's another supermoon and it's about to happen again. So everyone is trying to barricade themselves up unless you want to turn into a werewolf, because there are crazy people who are yeah, I want to turn into a werewolf and just kill people, and they're trying to find a cure, and there's a whole bunch of shit going on all at once. Werewolves.
So the people that turned into the werewolf the year prior, they don't keep turning into werewolves every full moon, or it's just during this?
Just during the supermoon.
Okay, gotcha.
But apparently anyone can turn into a werewolf. It's not you have to get bit. Everyone has a dormant werewolf gene, and if you're outside the moonlight, you fucking turn.
Okay.
So
it was supermoon.
It was kind of interesting. Playing Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Sir, I have been waiting all fucking week for this. You know how hard it has been for me not to just ask you every day if you like this game or not? I'm like, no, I'm going to wait until Thursday. Tell me how you feel about Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
So far, so good. I am enjoying the story. I am playing through the story. I have gotten to the point to where we are back where the story began, and we're looking for the dagger. So I'm only like on chapter 3.
Yeah.
Beginning of chapter 3. Because I was also playing Fortnite, and I tried to play a little bit of Doom, and I wasn't feeling Doom, and I said, fuck it. So
I feel you. See, here's the thing. It's funny because you never played a Dragon Age game before, right?
No, I have.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've never beaten a Dragon Age game.
That's fair.
I've played them. I have not finished them.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I have. Because when Morgan showed up, I was like, I know that name. Yep. And I know you from somewhere.
She was in the first 2 games.
Yep.
Actually, she was technically in the third one too, but she wasn't playable in the third one.
Yeah. So I know I knew of Morgan. So like there was that. But yeah, really that's been it. Other than like I'm in my Children of the Corn for my one movie a day watch along. Mm-hmm. So today was Children of the Corn 4.
I saw you post about that because you were confused because you thought that was a scene with the twins. Were you thinking of The Shining?
No. not necessarily. There are twins, and twins is in 4, and 4 is my favorite, and I know 4 very well. That's the one that has Naomi Watts in it. Like, it was 3, Urban Harvest. I remember, I thought it was Urban Harvest. That they went to the city, and it, like, took place in a fucking apartment building, I thought, but apparently not. And just the majority of Urban Harvest, I didn't remember. But the part that bothered me the most about Urban Harvest is there is a subplot where the father is like a day trader and he trades in vegetables. And this kid brings like the most perfect corn from fucking Gatlin. And it's like evil possessed corn. And the kid convinces the dad, hey, like you should trade this to people other places so that this corn can then affect those children and spread whatever. Because none of the continuity for these movies make any sense or are the same. Every movie is kind of its own thing. But neither here nor there. The dad makes a deal with the Germans, and the end of the movie is the Germans receiving their corn, but we never got Children of the Corn Germany. Like, I never got to see the German corn movie. I want my German corn.
You want German corn?
I do. Like, I want to know.
And that is not code for German porn, people.
It is not. It sounds like it, but it's not. I'm dead serious. Like,
speaking of things not being the way you remember them, I'm not sure about you, Mar, but I know you, man. You remember the movie 3 Ninjas, right?
Yes, I do. I actually had to watch that at the very beginning of this watch-along thing. 3 Ninjas was on that list.
Yeah, the first one. Did you know there's 2 versions of that movie?
No.
So you know that scene where, you know, there's the bullies that took Emily's bike and they play basketball against them to get the bike back?
Yeah.
You know there's a version of that movie where they lose that game?
Why?
But yeah, they lose that game. And then this movie ends with them going back and going face to face with those bullies again. And Emily looks at him, he's like, show off. And he jumps up and he actually kicks their ass and takes the bikes from him. And I'm like,
no, I feel like that's the version I watched then. I thought they won the basketball game. Maybe
they did win the basketball game in the real version of the movie. This other one came out when they were just like, I don't know, they lose. There were other small scenes that were different too, but that was the one that stood out.
Rocky loves Emily.
Yeah.
Hi, Tommy.
Mara, have you seen 3 Ninjas?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay.
Have you seen Beverly Hills Ninja?
No.
Have you seen any movie with ninja in the title?
Yes.
Okay.
Ninja Turtles doesn't count.
Yes, I still have.
Oh, speaking of which, you ever seen those things where it's like I downloaded the wrong movie and it's like the porn parody version of the movie that they're kind of watching? They show like little clips.
Yeah.
I saw one for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and it was 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there was a female shredder and she's like, are you guys all going to fuck already or what? And April's like, I'm down. And then it was the turtles, but it was like they looked like the turtles from the movie. And I'm not. They didn't show that part, but I'm kind of curious as to find this movie and see what the fuck that was about.
You said 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Google is happening right now. 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles 2016 Triple X parody. Try to see if there's somewhere where I can get a hold of this video. And not seeing it. This is going to take some further spelunking into the internet, but
I mean, there is a 12-minute short on Pornhub.
yeah, that's not what I want.
I know. I want the whole thing too. Oh, here is the whole thing on Noodle Magazine. 2 hours and 16 minutes.
That sounds about right.
Someone was going to give it.
Spank Bang has a 30-minute clip. There's a theme song that's just a minute and 11. I'm gonna mute myself and
you do that. Mario, you tell me what you've been watching and playing while he's doing that.
I've been playing around with The Sims. I did something earlier before I picked up Luna from school. I set it to screen record, but I saved where I was first. I saved it, and then I set my screen to record it and just let it go while I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happened so far. When I came back, she had a brown paper bag on her head.
How long is the clip?
I don't know yet. I haven't looked at it yet, so I
Oh.
don't know. It might I might give that as a clip or something later.
Mm-hmm.
Once I can cut through it a little bit, because when I came back, there was some pop up communication prompt thing. What else? I've been playing Grand Theft Auto again, just continuing through that story. I just made it back to
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just made it around to Trevor
to make sure.
Oh yeah, because you said Vice City is also up in the catalog too, right?
3, Vice City, and San Andreas are all free if you got Netflix.
Oh, right. Okay. I think I have one. I think it might be San Andreas actually, or well, maybe it's Vice City. Who knows? I have that also in my library, but I've been playing 5. Loving that.
It's a great
Watching. Caught up on Severance. Fuck you, Ben Stiller. Now I gotta wait for however long that he says won't be 3 years, but that doesn't mean it won't be 2 years and 364 days. But yeah, so caught up on that. Didn't watch yesterday's episode of Daredevil yet, or Tuesday's episode.
2 episodes.
2 episodes?
We had a whole conversation about this. Where were you?
I forgot. Anywho.
You don't remember me going off all mad about him not looking at the second episode and all that?
No.
That happened, right? Matt, that happened, didn't it?
I believe
I didn't make that up. That's not all in my head. I'm not going nuts, am I?
You're muted. But either way.
Yeah, no, I wanted to close the video that was still playing before I muted myself. Though there is a YouTube trailer, and I did put it in the private chat if we have time and Travis wants to take a look.
I feel you.
I believe that happened. I might not have registered that. Anywho.
Yeah, no. Travis is like, I said, was it the bank one? And Travis is like, there were 2 episodes. And I was like, why would they drop 2 episodes? And he's like, why wouldn't you look and pay attention? It was the whole thing.
I don't know.
Mara doesn't listen when I talk. That's the thing. It's a shame. I already got one woman that don't listen in my life. I don't need to.
Sorry. Did a group watch of Nosferatu, and we did the extended cut version for what I don't know why. I don't know what happened at one point. I was waiting for William Dafoe's character to show up, and we hadn't even touched on his character yet. I blinked my eyes, and the next thing I knew, they were in complete cahoots with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I did not like that movie.
It was a lot to take in, and I was also full because we had hot pot. We have a hot pot pot that we can do at home. Do you know what hot pot is?
I do not.
Oh, it's kind of like you can make like your own ramen essentially, but like it's a whole kit. I don't
So
know
it's
how
a
to
microwave.
No, it's actually like it's a big pot and it plugs in and it self heats up. You add like this special broth mixture and then you can add vegetables to it, and there's like certain meats you can get from like certain Asian markets that you instantly cook it and it cooks within like a couple of minutes.
That's making a face, and I feel like he's thinking the same thing that I'm thinking.
What?
Why can't you just do it on the stove?
Oh, because you can sit and do it. Like you don't have to like it's not like something you have to cook for a long time. Like these are meats that like you dip stuff into it. It's kind of like soup fondue in a sense, but you get to do it with like it's recommended to do it with like meat. It's like very thinly cut strips of meat. You dip it in, it cooks within like a couple of minutes, and then you just eat it. We put it over rice or noodles.
So the real novelty of it is that you don't have to do it in the kitchen,
Correct.
because the meats and stuff and the whole cooking quickly stuff that'll still happen on a stove. So the novelty
Yeah.
is you not doing it in the kitchen for some reason.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
there's full-on restaurants for just this and Korean barbecue like put together. It's a nice experience. It's fun.
I
That's
don't
how
know.
I'd have
Matrix,
to send you a video
you
of it.
so at some point you corrected me and said I have three. Who's the third?
Kate, Zoe.
Oh,
and
you
Mark.
have three. Okay.
I have three. I have three.
Got you.
I have
Got
three.
you. Got you.
I don't count Olivia yet because she's a baby, so like she doesn't have a choice but not to listen to me. So it'll be four eventually. Though we could add Tish.
Tish is not my responsibility. I don't give a damn.
But she is still a woman in your life that does not listen to you.
I'm putting it in the private chat for y'all to see what I'm talking about, but I'm also going to put it in the comments for our viewers so that you guys also know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we also
really
been
needs us
drinking.
to know what this is. Like she didn't just describe it to us.
Yes. Well, I mean, so you get a better idea of like the experience I'm talking about. But other than that, yeah, that was a very slow movie. That was a lot. And
So he's gonna go to open 10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles and accidentally open up the Hot Pot video instead.
also, I feel a type of way that of how Nosferatu was dealt with in the end. But we could talk about it. I mean, I could say it. No real spoilers. That thing does not blow up or burst into flames when the sun comes up. He just like, yeah, I'm dead. I was not impressed.
Reek really liked the movie, and he was like, "You need to watch it. You need to watch it." And I'm like, "I'll wait till it comes out on streaming." And that came out on streaming, and I watched it. And he was very disappointed with my lack of it. He's like, "I thought this was going to be a movie that you would really enjoy because it has like all the stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it didn't have the stuff in a good way. Yeah, it had nudity, but like."
Yeah, it wasn't what I was looking for, but I feel like I want to watch it again, not the extended version though.
I did also watch the extended cut. Might be where I fucked up.
I think that's where we fucked up.
I mean, we've talked about this before. I think I told you this the last time you mentioned not liking Nosferatu and how Reek recommended it. I'm like, well, he's got bad taste in Friends too, so you shouldn't really,
Oh, speaking of recommended or not recommended things, I also did watch the fucking Zack Snyder Netflix movies, part 1 and 2, because I had a shit ton of time these last week and a half.
Rebel Moon?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were like, it's not really worth watching, but like I watched the director's cut version where they had all the nudity and sex and stuff in it, at least in the first one. So.
And?
The first one was cool. The second one was whatever, and they're not going to do a third one, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was one of those, like, again, both times I watched it was literally because I didn't have anything else to watch, really. So it was just like, yeah, let's watch this, whatever.
Well, there's supposed to be a big bad, and we never got to see the big bad. Like the dude that she was fighting for the first 2 movies was getting orders from or her stepfather or whatever, but like she never dealt with him. So like I feel like we have more places to go with this.
There probably would be a third movie then. You're right. Yeah. Was that it, Mar?
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, I'm in season 15 of Law and Order. Right after Lenny Briscoe retired, and now I forgot his name. Now we have a different detective, another old white guy.
Got you.
But that's been about it. And Snap. Snap has been pretty fun this season, but that shit's riddled with bugs. I don't get it.
Well, didn't Tencent just buy them?
I don't know. They're just I feel like they're adding too much to it. And I feel like ever since they added this one feature to editing the cards, like it's just been so many problems.
Yeah. I see. Not much new over here. Not watching anything that I haven't already been watching. Waiting on some new stuff to drop. We're a little over 2 weeks away from The Last of Us, so looking forward to that. I think there's something else coming in the next couple of weeks that I'm pretty excited about. I can't remember what it is, but there's that. Still playing Pirate Yakuza, enjoying the fuck out of it. I was, like I mentioned before, playing Pokemon Fire Red because I just wanted something to play with. I'm just like, chilling in bed before I go to sleep and all that kind of stuff, just hanging out and chilling. But then I got to Fuchsia City, I think it is, where the Safari Zone is.
Okay.
And I got ready to start the Safari Zone, and I'm like, I don't want to do this, and I turned it off.
Why?
And I haven't picked it back up yet. I don't know. I just don't feel like doing the Safari Zone.
That's where you get your Dratini, though. Like that's how you get Dratini.
I hear you. I know what's in the Safari Zone, Matthew. I just don't feel like doing it. I don't know why. I just don't feel like doing it.
Okay.
So I turned it off. Haven't picked it back up since.
I mean, you don't.
What?
Oh no, you do. You have to. You have to go get the dudes.
You have to go get those dudes' gold teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go through there to convey.
I couldn't tell you the last time I played one of those games. It was probably when they did the remakes Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I still remember. No, it was when Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee dropped. Oh. But I still remember all the stuff you have to do in the original games. Like I said, no, you have to go get dudes gold teeth. Like, yeah, no, you gotta get the warden's gold teeth. The warden gold teeth. Yeah. Get my grill, Travis.
Yeah, fuck your teeth. Yeah, put it down. Haven't picked it back up since. But then I'm like, I need something else to play while I'm just, chilling and shit. I'm like, what's on my Switch? And I open up the Switch and I'm like, oh, I haven't played this in a while. I started playing Final Fantasy X again.
Okay.
So enjoying that. I'm like, oh, okay. Yep, this is still fun. I like this. Yep.
Just your inner Matt coming out in your video gaming. Pokemon and Final Fantasy X. See, now if you had, well, we're not there, but if the question was a game and not a movie that I could just play over and over and over again, it would be Final Fantasy X. Hands down.
It's a different situation though, but because it's active and not passive. But anyway, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Want to thank you all for watching this long as we still getting into the show. My bad. If you're not watching live, know that you can watch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Creatia World. While you're there, we'd appreciate you subscribing. You could actually subscribe for free if you don't want to pay for it if you got Amazon Prime, because if you got Amazon Prime, that means you got Prime Gaming. What you do is you take your Amazon Prime account, take your Twitch account, put them together, Fusion, they come together, they form Prime Gaming. You use that to get a free subscription every month, along with a bunch of other perks. We'd appreciate you giving that free subscription to us. It helps us out so much, and we would very much appreciate it. You can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. You can subscribe there for the free 99. Don't cost you a damn thing. You just hit the subscribe button. But there's one more thing I want you to do. Right next to that subscribe button, there's a little bell. And hanging from that bell is a bing. You know what I want you to do? I want you to flick that bing. You do that, you get notified every time we go live, every time we drop a new video, all that good stuff. Now, let's get into the show itself. Call it, Mar.
Heads.
Matt, what's your topic?
My topic is, despite the thumbnail, what are your top 5 favorite cars in movie or TV that are not the Batmobile.
Oh, I know. I was getting the Batmobile in somehow.
Determination.
Also, Mara, you got to do the thing. And I got to say it again.
You sure didn't do the thing.
Oh, hold on. I totally forgot. I had switched it last week. Will took your spot.
Even though I put a spot there for guests.
I'm sorry.
So my topic is your top 5 favorite cars in movie or TV that are not the Batmobile. Because I feel like the Batmobile is just a layup. I feel like it is the most iconic car in TV and movie history across all genres. The different versions of them and all of that, like I feel like that's unfair.
You can't beat the Batmobile. You're absolutely right.
I'm also going
My
last.
top 5 would be 5 different Batmobiles. Anyway, go ahead.
Right, exactly. That's what I was avoiding. So I'm going to go last because I have alternates because I know that there was one car on my list that I'm sure is on Mara's and maybe one that's on Travis's. So I've got backups just so there's no crossover on my list versus theirs.
I'm interested to see because I don't think we have the same ones, but we'll see.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I'll go ahead and go. I got mine queued up.
Okay. I'll go next. All right. Obviously.
So we'll start with my first one. Bit of a sleeper here, but hear me out. I'm about to.
Oh.
Is the Mystery Machine.
Okay.
Here's my reason. Nothing really special about this car. Like, fun paint job or whatever, but you know why I like this car? This thing is reliable. All right. It is the most reliable vehicle in television. It always gets them where they're trying to go, or it gets them where they need to be, is my point. Because there's been times when it's broken down, but it's broken down in a place where with mystery teams, people, Scooby-Doo Detective Agency is needed. Reliable, great car, the Mystery Machine, number 1. Number 2 on my list. These are not in any particular order, by the way. Number 2 is the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
The Mystery Machine again?
Is the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Who doesn't want a time traveling car? You get that bitch up to 88 miles per hour. You go to any time you want. Fantastic. I love this car, and I'm jealous that I don't have one.
There's a new one out too.
A new DeLorean?
Yeah.
Does it travel back in time when you go 88 miles per hour?
I mean, it's electric, so maybe.
You got to get that 1.21 gigawatts. Next one is the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. Those of you not familiar with Speed Racer, the Mach 5 is the vehicle that James Bond wishes he had. All right. This thing bounces. It's got like all these little gadgets and shit. It's a fantastic racing car and car in general. What's your question, Matt?
Why does it look like the Batmobile if it was a white supremacist, though?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, you can't just go around calling people white supremacists.
It's a car. It's not a person.
I know, but the cars have feelings.
Cars have drivers.
This one does not have feelings.
Yeah, until they got rid of them, like in the movie Cars.
The next one, by the way, though, Kit from Knight Rider. All right. Talking car. I'm pretty sure this car has feelings. All right. Don't hurt this car's feelings. At number 5 on my list, speaking of cars that talk, is Hot Rod, aka Rodimus Prime from Transformers. This talking car also transforms into a giant killer robot. Took over for Optimus Prime when he bit the bullet. Became the head man in charge. Good old Rodimus Prime. Those are my five.
I find it crazy. I didn't even think of one Transformer when I was going through this project.
I was going to say, we did not have any duplicates on our list, Travis. However, you do not know how close we were to having multiple duplicates on our list. Okay. Because Kate I was looking for alternates, and Kate suggested Knight Rider, and I was like, nah, I never really fucked with Knight Rider. Like, that's not for me.
I watched very little Knight Rider, but I definitely remember Kit.
I do have a Transformer on my list, just not that one. And I considered the DeLorean, but I was like, that feels like a layup too. So I'm going to pass on that.
You didn't say top 5 as long as they're not easy choices.
No, I know.
All right.
What you got, Mara?
I'm pulling mine up now. I'm hoping this will pull up like the keynote I made it as. Okay, does not support. Fuck it. That's okay, because we can just share windows.
That's what I did. Oh, wow. She came with a PowerPoint.
It gives very Wes Anderson vibes. I love it. Okay. These are also in no particular order, but here we go. We do have a crossover though, Travis. Oh, wait.
Interesting.
The Hot Rod? It was Hot Rod, ain't it?
No. So we'll start with one that was probably
have this one.
yes. Dean Westchester's Chevy Impala. For the following reasons. It's a badass car. It's a family heirloom, so obviously it's got some time. And it takes quite a beating throughout the seasons of the show, and it survived the series. Apparently
keeps on ticking.
Yeah. After that, we got the Mystery Machine. For the reason, like the reliability reason, was one that I thought about when you said it. So I was just like, we were thinking the same thing. But I also thought you can't lose this bitch in a parking lot. I still lose my car in parking lots.
That sounds like a you problem.
And it's spacious enough for all my girlfriends. We can all go to the beach in this car.
That doesn't matter to me. You actually have friends.
I love that you guys picked this because Kate and I have like debated about a van now that we have 2 kids and stuff, and she's against any kind of van that isn't an Astro van, but they don't make Astro vans anymore, unfortunately. So like,
they don't make those big family vans with a tire on the back.
No.
You got to find you one of them. We did many a road trips in that old thing back in the day. We drove all the way from Chicago to Disney World in that bitch.
Chris has said we've talked about a van before. I'm not really big on vans, but I would be willing to get a bigger SUV, hybrid SUV.
Them things roll, man.
Oh no, you need an Astro van.
I'll have to look that one up. But anywho, after the Mystery Machine, we have Homer Simpson's pink sedan. I got kind of nostalgic with this one. I didn't go really off of like which of these would I want to drive, but the Simpsons pink sedan also has withstood a lot of shit over the years and keeps making its rounds, and it also can't be lost in a parking lot. John Wick's Mustang. For obvious reasons, it was worth killing a bunch of motherfuckers for, and it's puppy friendly until the bad people fuck it up. And the Jetsons flying car, because it's a flying car. What else needs to be explained?
Fair.
And
all good choices.
Also flies.
Those are mine. I'm sorry?
So the DeLorean also flies.
It does.
Okay, there we
go. Travis said he was bringing visual aids, so we all got visual aids. Mara did not let everyone know she was making a motherfucking PowerPoint to one up all of us. So now I might be a little bit of a letdown having let her go first. But
I appreciate
it. Also in no particular order. From the movie Death Proof, it is Stuntman Mike's stunt car that he uses. The only safe place to sit in this car is the driver's seat. It is 100% death proof as long as you are in the driver's seat.
Okay.
And a really fun movie. Next up, we have the Oldsmobile. It is actually Sam Raimi's car, but it is in every Evil Dead movie. It is Ash's Oldsmobile. This is it while it was possessed in Ash versus Evil Dead. Hence why it's all covered in blood and everything. Love this car. And like I said, it is in every Evil Dead movie. I'm pretty sure it was Sam Raimi's car. Absolutely love that.
It's the one they were spoofing on that episode of Futurama, I'm guessing.
Oh, that's not right. Hold on.
I like that movie though.
That is a good movie. Next up,
The Echo
we have
one.
the Echo one.
I considered this one.
This is the one I thought we might have the same car.
Yeah, it was between this one and the Mystery Machine for me, and I just went with the Mystery Machine.
But also, as a father, I appreciate spacious vehicles with third row seating, convenient doors that open up, and a gunner seat. So, and catch ghosts. Like, what more fun, family friendly side mission could there be to go on a road trip and while you're out catch a ghost? Like
that's a Matt's family thing. That's just most of us aren't doing that, sir.
Also, Christine, John Carpenter's Christine, another possessed car, but a beautiful fucking car. Absolutely gorgeous. And evil is all shit. But it will repair itself should you get into a wreck, which, you don't need insurance with this car. Maybe life insurance, but not car insurance.
You have insurance on this car?
And last but not least, Travis. You
went jazz.
Because, as you know,
I remember.
I was always a Pontiac guy. And this was the Pontiac Solstice. And even though he did not survive the first Transformers movie, which I still think was kind of racist, Jazz was my favorite character in the Transformer film.
I saw this with you, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, because I remember watching it and thinking that's interesting they did this instead of Hot Rod. And thinking so he's Hot Rod. So and I'm thinking it's going to go like the Transformers cartoon went, and eventually he takes over. Nope.
No, he did not make it. Poor Jazz. But yes, what cooler than a car that can also turn into a motherfucking robot? So, those are my 5.
Nice.
That was a good topic.
Thank you.
All right. Movie or game?
Movie.
All right. Matthew made sure that I was aware of this one because I'm assuming he clearly wants to watch this. So
I think we all want to watch this.
Do we?
Travis, listen, I have a new generation growing up in my household that needs to be traumatized the way that you and I were growing up.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I purposely have not watched it because I saw you put it on the docket.
Drinks all around.
Nope.
Oh, damn.
I saw somebody say the bartender knows that if you break glass, the first thing you do is burn the ice, because they just showed that short little clip part of it before this came out.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly not at a professional bar. So.
Yeah, they're at home.
Aha. Fuck you.
I held him up for years.
Yeah, because even at a bar,
Get up here.
you're drinking through a straw most of the
Oh
time.
my God.
So
Won't stop till he finishes the job. Death is coming for our family.
I said, oh, 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 oh,
God damn.
Yes.
Grandma, what's happening to us? Years ago,
Niggas is dying.
the premonition that started it all. I saw what death was about to do. I saved a lot of lives that night.
Everyone needs to get off the dance floor!
Lives that were never meant to be saved. But death doesn't like it when you mess with his plans.
This book
It will show you everything you need to know to keep our family safe.
It all started with Grandma. Death is coming for us because we were never supposed to exist.
Only by embracing death will it pass you by.
R.I.P.
Maybe Death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
I thought we found the solution in the second movie. Like, you have to drown and then get brought back. And then everything is fine.
Yeah, but then you also found out in the second movie that they ended up killing the kid that was saved, even though the line was broken, and it was all bullshit. And you got to also remember there were 3 other movies after the second one where that solution meant nothing anymore. I like that this is like
I meant for
this
your
is
particular group of people that weren't supposed to be alive.
okay. I do like that this goes all the way back, and this is like the first time Death was cheated. And then you saw the Notebook, and it had the plane, and it had the log truck, and like all of the little notes and everything that throw back to all of the other movies. So I'm stoked.
I feel like it'll be a great closure to the series, if anything, but it probably won't. If it does well.
It's going to revive the series.
Heads.
What's your topic?
My topic is, what is a movie or TV show death that you think was quite overkill or wild AF?
Before we get into this, Mara, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 weeks in a row you've been talking about dead niggas in your movies and shit. Just making sure. Has something been happening? You know?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Blink 3 times if you're not safe.
We're good.
All right. Blink 4 times if you're about to kill somebody else.
No, I'm not made for prison.
You don't go to prison if you get away with it.
I mean, I know I've watched enough Law and Order to probably talk myself around in court for a little bit. Are you not safe?
No, he blinked 4 times. That was
no, but I'm good. We're good.
All right.
So I don't know why. It was just the topic that came to mind. I mean, I had it on time.
I appreciate that.
I also have visual cues for this one, or material. It's just an image, though. It's not a video, but it is graphic. So if there are children around, shield their little eyes.
I mark every episode. This is not okay for children. So if you got your children here, you did not pay attention to the warning.
You're doing something wrong. So I went with, I mean, Travis, you might remember, I used to love this show on NBC called Hannibal with Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen, or Michelson. I'm not sure. His name is one of those names that get pronounced wrong all the time. Anywho, and Lawrence Fishburne, can't forget him. And one of the murders of the detectives, Beverly Katz, is one of the notable ones that I always think of when I'm thinking about this show. And just so you can see why I say it's a little bit overkill, because my dude, like, dissected her.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, this is the type of shit that NBC was on a few years ago. But yeah, I was just like, he wanted her out off the case, and he definitely made sure she was off the case.
I mean, yeah, she's definitely off the case now.
It was a lot. It was heavy on Lawrence Fishburne and Hugh Dancy's characters, because like she was a main character. She was like a main integral character.
Yeah, I imagine so. Goddamn.
But how about y'all?
I had a hard time. Oh, did you want to go? Okay. as a horror fan, I had a really hard time picking an overkill death scene because literally anything in the Saw franchise, which is where I'm pulling this from, could be considered an overkill death scene. I mean, there's a woman who gets frozen to death, chained up naked, and just
A
all
woman who
sorts of
gets
stuff.
burned
But
to death.
the one that always sticks with me is John Kramer's favorite trap, as he said, which is the rack from Saw 4, where the dude is up in the machine and the gears are turning and it slowly just breaks his arms and his legs and then eventually his neck. Yeah, Mara's freaking out just thinking about it. So,
I remember that movie. I remember that one.
Yeah,
Shit.
over the course of damn near the entire movie, this machine is turning and slowly just twisting this man's limbs until they snap, and then finally twists and snaps his neck. So that the suffering on top of. So I'm gonna go with that as my overkill.
That was back in my Tallahassee days where we would go see these movies that Thursday night when they came out on Halloween or whatever. You know, we see movies on Thursday nights because there was this club we went to called Chubby's that had all you can drink for $6 on Thursday nights from 10 to 12. So we go there, get fucked up, and then go see a movie. So we saw this movie. I was drunk as shit. And like I just remember watching this the whole time, just be like, wait, no, what? It's still yeah, and I'm loud as fuck because I'm drunk. It's just like, oh my god, yeah. I remember. Still haven't ever watched that movie again, but I don't watch Saw movies more than once.
Years, how it was when you were here. Sorry.
No worries.
So for mine, I've referenced this movie before. I don't think either of you have seen it, but I think I remember Katie in the comments saying she saw it. Let me just, I'm just going to show you the scene because, yeah.
The crazy part about Beverly, like they don't show her actively dying; they just discover her.
This was a scene in the movie where I was just like, yo, what the fuck? This is from Hobo with a Shotgun. This death does not involve a shotgun.
Oh no.
Kate loves this movie.
You kids like school? Hey, I asked you a question. Do you kids like school? Yeah! What about ice cream? Do you kids like ice cream? Yeah! And bicycles? And hobos? I hate hobos.
Yeah.
Did he say hobos or something else?
Hobos.
Okay.
Because he was referring to the hobo with the shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was referring to the hobo with the shotgun. That's my pick. There's a lot about that movie that I've forgotten. That's not part of it.
Yeah. That's a lot.
So what about you out there, folks? What was the scene that was a death in the movie that you said that's a bit much? We want to know. Put yours right there in the comments. We forgot to ask you on the other one too, but yeah, we want your comments on that one too. Leave it in the comment.
I need to think of something nicer for next week.
What's the happiest death in a movie you've ever seen?
What was the most satisfying death in a movie?
Oh man.
Anywho. Pokemon.
Oh, that's
Welcome to Pokemon Legends ZA, a new title in the Pokemon series.
I didn't even know what the A is. Z is for
Begin
Zygarde.
your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in the Pokemon X and Pokemon Y games, Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist, a company named Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people.
Houndour! You know that's my favorite Pokemon, Travis?
I did not know that.
Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city. You can catch Pokemon here. But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety. There are Pokemon that live outside wild zones too. Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Even on
People and
rooftops.
Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale. Trainers await in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Damn, bro. What if I'm just trying to go home?
Don't play at night.
Strike first.
What if I'm running late to getting home?
Attack. During
Avoid the battle zones.
super effective move at the right moment is key.
Oh, that was nice. Completely missed that bubble beam.
With
See, this is what I'm excited about is the battle.
Pokemon can power up even more.
Alakazam.
Mega Alakazam.
C and work your way up to rank A.
Ah, okay.
Trainers who reach the top.
That makes
Set
sense.
to
Because
rank
like has
A.
Z2A, like the Z-A, so you're going from Z to A. You're ranking up. See, that's why A.
It makes sense now because I was kind of confused why they were putting it backwards.
Nights are 2 sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered.
Zygarde.
Find on your adventure. Pokemon Legends ZA launches
Give me a date.
later this year.
What came that?
No. They did this shit last time too. They were like late spring or whatever, and it was literally like the last week of fucking spring.
Okay.
Give me a date.
I'm sorry. But anyway, my topic is this. If you were offered $1 million, but in order to get this $1 million, you have to watch the same movie on repeat for 24 hours, and you cannot fall asleep, what movie are you choosing?
You want us to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Do you remember a little film called Pirates, Travis?
Yes, I do remember Pirates.
That is my pick.
From Digital Playground?
From Digital Playground.
Yeah, yeah.
I will find.
It's a porno, Mara.
I will find time to recover. I will find time to recover, and I will find a new scene over and over in 24 hours to finish to. And by the time 24 hours is up, I'll have finished everything I needed to finish to.
And you'll stay awake.
I'll stay awake, absolutely.
Okay. Interesting choice.
You didn't say I couldn't take Viagra.
Yeah, I did not.
Viagra and cocaine and pirates.
Do you?
Awake.
Oh my god.
And when you watch that, I'm sure you'll be doing you very often. What about you, Mar?
Emperor's New Groove.
Interesting. Why Emperor's New Groove?
It is easily one, like, aside from like some of the princess movies, and some of the classics like Lion King and such, Emperor's New Groove is like in my top 10 Disney movies. I could watch that 1,000 times and it would still be fucking hilarious.
And you won't fall asleep.
No.
Okay. Because to me, that was the challenging part of this. It's something that I can watch over and over again and not fall asleep eventually. Because it also has to help keep me awake. Because, you know.
If anything, I'd probably start challenging myself throughout it, trying to see if I could just voice the entire fucking movie after the 24 hours of watching it on repeat. Like, I wouldn't rewind or anything like that. I was like, if I fucked up, we start doing the mouthing over when the movie starts over.
See, I went with my choice specifically for Travis's reason, because I wanted a movie that if I did fall asleep and lost the challenge, I'd still be happy. Because how could I not be happy?
That's fair. And I'm never not happy after I watch Emperor's New Groove. So if I don't win $1 million, then it's okay. I got free time to watch Emperor's New Groove.
I feel you.
But I feel like I could do it.
So it took me a while to really figure this out, because as always, I come up with a topic and I don't have an answer for it right away. Usually, like I try to come up with something like, yeah, I got an answer for this already. It never works out that way. So it took me a while, but I settled on The Dark Knight. Because of all the Batman movies, it's my favorite Batman movie. Arguably the best one they've come out with. There's others who may, who try to argue that the Batman is better, and they're wrong. Yeah, exactly. They're wrong. There's others that argue, 89 Batman is better. They're also wrong. But, to each their own. I understand why they say it, but they're wrong.
Batman Returns is the only one even in contention, in my opinion, but that's not here nor there.
Also a good one with Michelle Pfeiffer. I get it. But it's no Dark Knight. And the reason being, the more I watch it, the more I pick up on small things that the Joker is doing. Just subtleties as to, things he says, the way he says them. Heath Ledger had a great performance in this, and it's just, there's something new to pick out every time for me. So that'll keep me intrigued and keep me engaged with the movie over and over and over again. And that's my pick.
That was my hardest thing, was because I rewatch movies so often and so many of them. It's like my thought was, let me find something that I know I can watch over and over and over again and find something new in it. And I'm like, I don't know that there is, because I rewatch so much shit so often. I don't know that I have anything that I could rewatch and be really into. Like, if I really love something, I probably watched it hundreds of times. Like Evil Dead 2013, Tombstone, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Ghostbusters, like all the things that ran through my head. I'm like, I know every inch of those movies inside and out. Like, there's nothing new to get from any of that. Yeah. But if I need inches, Pirates. I do not know every inch of that movie. I probably only get in 10 minutes into that movie, and then I'm done with it and I turn it off. I don't even know how it ends.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's fair.
Now
fair.
I finally get to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
Feature length.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again.
Want to get to the point where I have one of those that I've seen so many times that I actually can fast forward through the sex scenes to get to the plot, You got
to find one with a good enough plot.
Yeah. I mean, Pirates actually has a decent plot.
Yeah.
It's not great. I said decent.
The plot's decent. The CGI is terrible.
Oh, yeah, but it's a fucking porno. Like,
I was gonna say, I feel like porn CGI is not meant to be like.
Listen, porn is at the forefront of technology in all things.
Yeah, it's true. Porn and video games leads technology. It's what it is. Like internet subscription services and all that kind of shit. Porn did it first.
DVDs, Blu-rays.
Porn did it first. Like, anyway, one more trailer, and I'll give y'all another choice, movie or game.
Is it the one in the private chat?
No.
Oh, then game.
Okay.
I forgot what was in the private chat. What's in the private chat?
The trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, right. I forgot about it that quick. We'll do that one.
It's on YouTube, and I browsed it, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to get us in trouble. So
I'm pretty sure it probably already would
Eh,
have gotten the proper flagging.
yeah.
Even if it does, worth it.
We're small potatoes.
Check it out. Woodrocket.com. All right.
It was many moons ago, 18 years worth, below the city. There were 4 regular turtles. But then a horny dude that worked at the nuclear power plant, his radioactive sperm fell into the sewer and onto the turtles. Over time, the turtles grew, especially in the lower shell area.
Why was there enough to cover like all 4 turtles?
You got some volume, man.
I mean, it was radioactive, so like.
And also, maybe he was just edging all day,
Guy porn.
Have you heard about the secret gang of ninjas committing crimes across the city? Of course you haven't heard. They're ninjas.
Channel 69 News.
Pass me some pizza. Do you want it with pepperoni? I've already got a pepperoni. It's
Michael
long,
Angelo.
green, and it's in my pants.
I am a furry.
In more news,
Master
Trump,
Sphincter.
Trump.
You're about to taste our turtle ass.
Did you like my show?
April!
Liked it, friended it, followed it, got tired of it posting like if you agree memes, unfollowed it, unfriended it, blocked it.
Rocksteady and Bebop decided to stay home.
Spreader.
The Foot Job Clan.
We're going to show you the secret of the
Dongatello.
Secret of the splooge.
Right, fellas.
Rock
Casey
out like
Bones.
knockout, dude.
Prepare to get cut. You've already been cut down there?
by our Teenage Mutant Ninja Rabbi.
Ninjutsu Kaki!
First rule of sewer fight club is don't step in the poop.
Come a bunga, dude.
Why don't you guys just fuck already and get it over with? I'm in.
We're coming out of our shells.
It's like 50 Shades of Green.
All's in play.
Baby, batter up.
I'm screaming.
You guys are all better for having watched that.
Oh boy. Yeah. It's let's see, that was 8 years ago. Yeah. And with that, we're gonna end the show, folks.
2 hours and 16 minutes. So like
wow. Yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the Creatia Conversation. Do not forget, you can follow us on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. Also on Blue Sky, creatiaworld.bsky.social, and on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. And while you're on Facebook, check out our Facebook groups. One of them being facebook.com/group/Them Dragons. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, all that good stuff, get in there. Talk about those shows. If you just think dragons are cool and show a picture of a dragon, do that too. I like that shit. If you're a wrestling fan, we got facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. Why don't you tell them about that, Matthew?
it is a wrestling group on Facebook where you can go to discuss pay-per-views, shows, news, rumors, share memes, all of that stuff without any of the negativity that you normally see in other wrestling spaces online.
You can find me on all the things at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT, except on Blue Sky where there is no underscore. Mara, where can they find you?
All those same places at Mar the Shark, MARADASHARK.
Matitude.
You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Ridders, MATTRDDR, for your wrestling content at Getting Off. For your horror content, Getting Off returns this Sunday with Trick or Trivia, featuring our friends, the Final Girls podcast. So come join us for that. Also, tomorrow night is the last edition of Smacking It Down before we return to once a week programming for the Smacking It Raw podcast on Sunday. So tune in and join us for the final episode of Smacking It Down. You guys can also follow me on Blue Sky, TikTok, Threads, and Instagram at Smacking It Raw for everything Getting Off and Smacking It Raw.
All right, folks, that'll be it. We'll see you next week. Until then, we out.
Bye.
Hot pot.